Imagine walking into a living room full of people, the kind of gathering that's casual and a little loud, friends catching up, someone telling a story that keeps looping back to the punchline, a few new faces in the circle. Your eyes drift to the snack table out of habit, expecting the ritual little golden spheres that always disappear first. But tonight, that ritual is gone. There are chips, veggie trays, sliders, but no cheese balls. The small, crunchy, molten cheesy bite that used to break the ice and start conversations simply never existed. At first, you shrug it off. It's just a missing appetizer, right? But then you notice the way conversations hang a little longer before finding a rhythm. The laughter comes easier when hands reach for something communal, something indulgent and shared. Cheese balls are tiny social engines. They dissolve awkwardness, invite people to reach into a common bowl, and create those small, repeated moments that stitch a gathering together. Without them, the party still happens, but something about the flow feels clipped. Think of the late-night house party, the tailgate in a gravel lot, the church potluck, the office holiday spread. Cheese balls travel well. They fit on a platter next to celery sticks and crackers. They pair effortlessly with beer, wine, or a soda. They demand no plates, no forks, just a quick, joyful bite. They are the appetizer that never needs an introduction. Remove them, and caterers, hosts, and bar owners scramble for replacements. The substitutes are fine pretzel bites, stuffed mushrooms, Jalapeño poppers, but none have that exact immediate, universally understood promise. A crunchy shell, molten center, and a tiny, almost guilty grin with every bite. There's also a handed-down craft in making them right. Home cooks learn how to time a fryer, how to keep a fill-in creamy without it collapsing into a puddle, how to balance salt and spice so each ball tastes like comfort instead of chaos. For many adults between 30 and 50, the memory of a cheese ball is tied to someone who used to make them. A college friend who mastered the secret batter, an aunt who always reserved the best ones for the kids, a neighbor who showed up with a tin and a wink. Those memories are tiny cultural anchors, small, emotional investments that connect generations and social groups. Take the cheese ball away, and a handful of those memories fade with it. Restaurants and snack brands feel it too. Cheese balls are a reliable menu item. They're easy to batch, easily shareable, and visually irresistible. They populate bar menus and catering trays because they get people talking and ordering more. Without them, menus lean harder on other bar snacks, maybe more fries, more flatbreads, but the communal bite that sparks conversation is missing. Marketing teams lose a simple visual symbol of indulgence. Food stylists lose a golden element that reads as fun and festive in a photograph. And then there's the cultural nostalgia. Those evenings, people recall, without much effort, the song on the radio, the friend who told the story, the plate where the cheese balls disappeared first. That soft nostalgia underpins how communities remember good times. Without that single food, a million small recollections alter their shape. So the real question becomes, if cheese balls never existed, what would take their place? What small snack would rise to carry the role of connector, daredevil bite, and memory maker? In part 2, we follow a few people who begin to notice the missing ritual and start searching for our replacement chefs, home cooks, and the strangers who suddenly feel a quiet emptiness at every party. Days turn into weeks, and the absence of cheese balls becomes more noticeable than anyone expected. Not dramatic, not tragic, just a quiet, persistent gap in the rhythm of American gatherings. People don't talk about it out loud, but they feel it in the moments where something familiar should be. At a Friday night bar in Ohio, a group of coworkers sits around a tall wooden table. Cold beers, country music humming from the speakers. The bartender sets down a plate of fries and pretzel bites. Everyone reaches slowly, almost politely, waiting for the shared spark that usually kicks off the night. But it doesn't come. One of them laughs and says, "Man, something's missing." No one knows exactly what, but everyone nods anyway. Across the country in Arizona, a mother named Lauren prepares snacks for her daughter's birthday party. She lays out the usual spread: chips, cut fruit, mini sandwiches, cupcakes. Parents arrive, kids run around the backyard. The sun dips behind the fence, but when she looks at the table, Lauren pauses. For years, she depended on one crowd pleaser that made kids race to the snack tray first. Cheese balls, salty, crunchy, fun. They made parties feel complete. Now she fills the empty space with another bowl of chips, knowing it won't do the same job. Restaurants feel it too. In a small-town Wisconsin tavern, Chef Daniel flips through his menu binder. He shakes his head every time he reaches the appetizers section. He tries to add new things: fried pickles, stuffed jalapagos, mini corn dogs, but customers don't react the way they used to. Cheese balls were more than a bite. They were a tradition. They gave people something to look forward to before the meal even began. Without them, Daniel feels like he's missing a small but essential ingredient in the vibe of his place. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, a food critic named Emily notices something strange while attending events and tastings. Trays feel repetitive. The variety feels shallow. She scribbles in her notebook, "Everything tastes fine, but nothing feels fun." It bothers her the way a missing note in a familiar song can bother you without knowing which one. She starts asking chefs, "Is there a snack that used to make people excited?" Some shrug, some laugh. One says, "Yeah, there was something. I just can't remember what." The odd thing is this: people don't remember cheese balls existed. It's like the concept was wiped clean, but their emotions remember, the way a gathering should feel, the missing spark, the slowed conversations, the awkwardness that used to dissolve after the first shared bite. But a man in Illinois named Mark notices it more clearly than anyone. He's in his 40s, works in IT, loves hosting backyard hangouts. One night, he's grilling burgers while his friends stand around the patio table. He watches them grab chips, sip drinks, and sort of wait for something else, something he can't define. The night is fine, but the energy is flat. Later, when the guests leave, he sits alone on the porch steps, thinking. "There used to be something better," he whispers to himself, without knowing what he means. Something small, something warm, something that made gatherings feel alive. And across the country, more people are feeling that same subtle emptiness at the exact same time. But no one knows what they lost.